Hello, this is Hannah from the Centre for Community Journalism. Now, you're probably aware of crowdfunding and may even have funded some projects yourself. It's rapidly growing in popularity as a funding stream, offering projects and businesses in industries as diverse as gaming, filmmaking and journalism the chance to set up shop or become sustainable. But what is crowdfunding? Well, Nesta describes the crowdfunding process as using small contributions from a large number of sources. And they say that crowdfunding provides an opportunity to bypass traditional funding streams such as grant applications or bank loans. How does it work? Well, a crowdfunding campaign sees a project or business set up a crowdfunding page saying what their aims are and why they deserve funding. Sometimes they offer incentives for funding such as a website credit or merchandise. Most crowdfunding campaigns set a specific funding target, such as £10,000, and must operate within a strict time limit, such as 50 days. If the campaign does not reach its target in time, often it receives no funding whatsoever. But what does crowdfunding mean for journalism, and specifically community journalism? Cardiff University's Damien Radcliffe has predicted that this form of funding will become increasingly prominent for journalism in 2015, with more hyperlocals trying to ride this wave. What are the benefits of this form of funding versus bank loans or charitable grants? Well, one built-in benefit of crowdfunding for community journalism sites is that they already have an online community who are engaged and believe in their project, which is a pretty good start. However, as we'll hear later on, a lot of groundwork and effort must go into a successful crowdfunding campaign, often meaning months of preparation for a community journalist. Now, as crowdfunding itself has become more recognised as a funding stream, there's been a proliferation of crowdfunding platforms. So we've picked out a few here which we think are some of the most prominent in terms of community journalism. The first is Crowdfunder. Now, a UK-based Crowdfunder is a partner of the Centre for Community Journalism, and it's focused on community-based projects and enterprises. So it's funded many community and hyperlocal journalism projects, including A Little Bit of Stone, who we'll hear from later, and investigative journalism cooperative, the Bristol Cable. It offers projects a crowdfunding coach to help guide their campaign. The next is Beacon, which is a US-based crowdfunding platform which specifically funds journalism projects, including many local and community journalism campaigns. Now, one of my favourite Beacon campaigns saw a Brooklyn-based community news service, Bushwick Daily, team up with local businesses to offer creative incentives such as pint glasses and burlesque classes, which I thought was particularly inventive. Next, we've got Contributoria, which funds individual journalism stories rather than projects or websites in a 3-month cycle. Successful stories are published in Contributoria online magazine and the writers are paid. Recent issues explored at a local level include the plight of care workers in Manchester and a council loan scandal. Finally, we've got Indiegogo, which is a globally successful crowdfunding platform, and it most notably hosted Brixton Blog and Bugle's campaign, and they successfully crowdfunded £15,000 on the platform for their first paid editor. However, there are many other crowdfunding platforms to explore, including Kickstarter, GoFundMe, Crowdcube, WeFund, to name but a few. But what does it take to crowdfund your community journalism project successfully? We'll hear now from Jamie Summerfield at A Little Bit of Stone.